Marquez, moving him out there. Dobby smokes his rear tyre, gets back in front. It is going to be the last corner, surely. Oh! Nearly loses it, nearly wipes Dobby out. We're right in the final sector. Here he goes, here he goes. No, yes, he does.
And it's dirty.
He's gone too wide, he's gone too wide. Dobby will drive back at it. Dobby will take the win, surely, as we come to the line. Dovizioso and Marquez, they've done it so many times before. The outcome is the same, except in Thailand.
Crutchlow third.
Just gets it over the line. Crutchlow gets third. Oh, Marquez is down. Marquez has done what we predicted he could do.
He's down again.
Marquez has gone from one side of the bike to the other. It's turn 12. It's been the nemesis of everyone here at some stage in their career. Oh, wow. Skids it straight out, front end straight out from under him. And they still cannot start that. He's down for a third time. No, he's under him. Rins has got Rossi. Rins does Rossi. So with 3 3/4 laps to go, Rins hits the front on the Suzuki. Now then, this is where we see what Rins has got left in the Suzuki and what Valentino Rossi has got to come back. The first ever MotoGP win for Alex Rins out of the last corner to the line. Valentino Rossi will be second, but it's Alex Rins that wins his first ever MotoGP race in his career. Brilliant. Jack Miller will be third, Dobby fourth. Comes Jack as well now, it's 3 Ducatis at the front. The crowd are going mad, and Cal Crutchlow. You look at the one you want to look at, I'll look at the one I want to look at. Oh, Valentino Rossi in the dirt. The doctor is down in the dirt. Here comes round the outside, and then Marquez does it. 3 abreast, like I said. Marquez hits the front for the first time since early in this race. Now then, Ducati, what have you got? Oh, that's what you've got. That was very nearly Jerez. Petrucci, Danilo Petrucci is looking to win here in Mugello. It would be something marvellous, masterful, magnificent. Can the number 9 hang on? Marquez is in the slipstream. It's going to surely be Danilo Petrucci.
Yes!
Petrucci wins. Here in Mugello, his first ever MotoGP win from Marquez. Inside comes Lorenzo on Maverick Vinales. Oh, he takes Dobby out, he takes Vinales out, he takes Rossi out, he's taken everyone out. Oh, hey, Lorenzo has gone from hero to absolutely lower than zero.
A sacred site, Silverstone, where steely determination meets speed, where heroes seek glory around every forbidding corner. So many British heroes, big personalities, fine tacticians vying to outwit each other, hurtling fearlessly into each curve, totally focused on winning at all costs. They fear nothing. They risk everything. Returning to prove their point again and again.
Valentino Rossi, he is the victor in the British Grand Prix.
Back to Silverstone, where generations clash.
Marquez on his way to the checkered flag. Dobby's looking at the inside. Marquez gets underneath him. Dovizioso has done it.
Look back. Look forward. This is Silverstone 2019.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Woodlands campsite here at Silverstone, ahead of the British Grand Prix. This is, in case you missed it, live on BT Sport, a show that we debuted last year, and for some reason they've asked us to come back and do it all over again. A great show where we get to meet the fans. Hello. We get to preview the racing ahead, and of course we get to embarrass Neil Hodgson. What could be better? What a great show we have lined up for you, though. We've got some superstars of the track. We've got Jake Dixon. We've got Sam Lowes. We've got wee John McPhee. And ladies and gentlemen, we have got none other than Danilo Petrucci. All the BT T-Sport gang are here as well, but what about the bad boys of MotoGP, old and new? Let me introduce you to someone you know extremely well, ladies and gentlemen. Here is Colin Edwards and Jack Miller!
You right, Susie?
Well, hello there. Yes, I'm all right. Are you?
Oh, I'm all right.
Good.
That's my English accent if you couldn't understand.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I was trying to. You all right?
Oh,
That's all I've been hearing all day.
Do it
Are
again.
you all right?
You
Good look.
right?
Good look.
Okay, good.
Good look.
That's a Midlands accent. Nice work. You could get a part in Peaky Blinders with that.
You reckon?
Yeah, do you watch that?
No, I have seen a couple episodes, but can't really get into it. I can't understand what they're saying.
Okay, well, that's how we feel when we go to Australia, Jack. Now, they've got a lot of locals here, a lot of Brummers here, a lot of Peaky Blinders here this weekend. Hey, listen, lovely to see you. Thank you for your time tonight, and congratulations on your contract.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Well, that was a bit of a thing last time in Austria, wasn't it? It was a bit of a
It
thing
was,
to talk about.
you know, you go from one weekend getting on the podium, everything roses to arrive the next race, and you might be out of a job. You're on the, you got your P45 almost, so, you know, I was just out searching for a new one, but I ended up getting the old one back, so it was all right.
Excellent stuff. Yeah, it's like that in MotoGP. I mean, what a difference a year makes, eh, ladies and gentlemen?
Exactly.
The weather here last year was something else.
Well, it was all right, actually, up until Sunday, but we all knew it was coming.
Hey, no, it was bad on Saturday. I was here Saturday. It was terrible.
These are shots of what was going on Sunday. I mean,
See, I forget things really easy, and I forgot actually how bad it was.
did you want to go out and race?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
You're
did.
the only one, I thought.
You did, I remember.
I did. I went out on slicks the day. I went out on slicks on Saturday. It
You
was sweet.
did. You did. No, that's perfectly true. But here we are this weekend, and ahead of us is it's like this is the coolest day,
Look at
right? This is called a bank holiday weekend in the UK.
I
Where all
know
the banks shut.
the bloke in the rent-a-car shuttle. He spotted me, knew who I was. First time that's ever happened to me in England, and and he's like was stoked on it. Oh, I'm working bank holiday weekends. I'm like, oh yeah, it must be bank holiday weekend, whatever that is. I'm assuming it's like a public holiday
Yeah,
of
correct.
some sort.
Where are the banks closed?
Hey,
So,
we don't-
the bank's closed, or you don't have to go to work on Monday. Which one it is?
Both. Apart
We
from
don't have them in the US either, so it's
No,
and they don't have them here.
We got them in Australia.
Do you?
Yeah, public holidays all the time. Best thing ever as a kid. Get Monday off school or Friday.
Hey, listen, we want to review the last race. I mean, I know it's unfortunate for
very
you. You should have
we
been
do the
on the
one before?
podium. You should have been on the podium. But as a bike fan, what a race it was, wasn't it, really? I mean, that last lap was extraordinary.
Yeah, exactly.
wasn't it?
Between Dovi and Mark, you know, the last couple of years there's been some spars and...
I've never seen a Ducati turn under a Honda
me neither.
in my entire life.
Me neither. Especially... I got to sit in the box and watch the whole thing, and it was, you know, what a race to get to watch from the box. It would have been better from watching the third, but I honestly didn't think Dovi was going to be able to keep it on track. I thought he was going in the green and that it was going to go down to, you know, like one of those race directions decisions, you know, that sort of crap.
2 second
exactly.
penalty, whatever.
You know, and
yeah.
I was just so happy for him to keep it on track, and what a win for Ducati.
Yeah, it was really extraordinary, wasn't it? One of the greatest moments so far this year. We might be up for some more great moments in a minute because we're going to bow down to the favourite place of Gavin Emmett. He's in the pub.
Yeah, obviously, when you're here at the Woodlands campsite, you have to drown your sorrows a little bit, don't you? A lot of people out here having their liquid refreshment down outside the pub. Let's get inside and see who we can see around here. Oh, it's not as busy as last year. I think everyone was trying to take shelter from the rain, the horrible rain that we had here. How are we all doing, everyone? Everyone well? And look who it is. Look who we find on the end of the bar. Not Mark Woodage is who we usually find, but John McPhee in here at the bar. John, is this all because of that crash in FP1 this morning? Is this how it normally happens?
Yeah, I mean, when we have a day like FP1, we thought, let's go do a debrief. But two smallest guys in here. We're kind of struggling to get a beer, to be honest.
I'm more worried about you starting a fight, because that's what normally happens. Hey, great news that you revealed to us.
You're starting, Gav.
Oh, whoa, he's already going. I don't want none of those Glasgow kisses in here, John. Hey, but today on BT Sport, what we got off John is a new contract for next year. Fantastic news. Absolutely delighted for you. Staying in Moto3 with the same team. Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm delighted. Absolutely delighted. I mean, I'd actually quite happily have a celebratory drink, but got a job to do tomorrow, and it's just a big weight off my shoulders. You know, every rider, they want to know what their future is going to hold, and yeah, we've had a really positive season, and it's just good to be able to continue with the Petronas family. I'm delighted.
And maybe that signature wasn't over the line first thing this morning, because on your first flying lap out on track, what happened?
Just got a bit excited, to be completely honest.
A little bit giddy about your home
What did
run.
Michael called it? CRC?
Yeah.
CRC, yeah. So,
Central Rider Control, was it?
yeah, that failed. Just failed on that last one, on the first lap. And yeah, to be honest, I kind of owe it to Silverstone, because they've done such a fantastic job with the surface. That out lap, I was able to push so hard and really try and get dialed in. And yeah, first flying lap, I was, I think, 2 seconds up on the previous fastest lap, and yeah, second last corner, I had a small slide off. So that was my one out in the way for the weekend.
But after that, this afternoon, look good for qualifying, pole tomorrow, win on Sunday, yeah?
Well, that would be nice. That'd be the perfect weekend, but definitely feeling good. I'm feeling really good on the bike. Race rhythm's good, so let's see what we can do.
Well, I don't know if you watched, in case you missed it, from the Woodlands campsite last year, but Hervé Poncharal in this bar bought everyone a drink, so I think it's on you with a new contract.
Where is he?
Drinks are on McPhee, everybody. Whiskey's on the house. Yay!
I'd like to see that happen.
I forgot my wallet. Sorry.
Typical Scotsman.
John definitely see that coming. He thought he was going to get a free drink off Poncharal.
Typical Scotsman, that.
Hey, that never,
I wasn't going to go there.
that never happened. I'm denying that. Hervé would never buy the whole bar a drink.
I went to the pub with him last week, and when was it? Last Saturday, and he never bought me a beer once.
Who? Poncharal?
McPhee.
Oh, McPhee.
He's a stitch up.
Well, we'll get him on stage later on. Let's get on to some action today then, because obviously we've got a new service here at Silverstone. They've done what everybody seems to think is an incredible job. What did you make of it?
No, 100%. You know, it's a shame that it took what happened last year to make that actually happen, you know, to get a surface like that. But I just came from Safety Commission literally just before we came here, and I said to them quite clearly, I said, whatever asphalt they used here is what we need to set as our standards, because it is unreal. They've done a massive job, and, you know, it's never easy. The track's huge. They've done an amazing job.
Yeah, I think a lot of other circuits might be a bit worried about that. I think it cost in the region of £5 or £6 million is what I was hearing.
That's all? That sounds like a bargain.
Honestly, I don't think that's too expensive. For how big this place is, that's not too bad.
Okay, well, I'm glad that you're happy with it. Ninth today, top 10 on a hard tire, were you on?
Yeah, ninth. So, no, pretty happy with it all. We sort of started the day off struggling a little. We just came with the settings from Austria, and Austria is quite particular in its own way, and it never really was working. Went back to our Bruno setting, and immediately on a used tyre went way quicker. No, I'm happy with it all.
Excellent stuff. And the Yamahas were looking pretty good out there today, Colin, as well, weren't they? At one point, we saw Fabio Quartararo going out, and Valentino Rossi actually looking for provisional pole.
Yeah, exactly. And we had... Who saw the laps get taken away? They took their laps away, but they reinstated them anyways. They both look good. You had 4 Yamahas in the top 7. They look smooth, clean. It's a typical Yamaha track, though. Let the front brake go and roll it.
Yeah, they're looking good here, which is sort of interesting, because you would think with the amount of power that's required that it wouldn't be good for the Yamahas for speed-wise, but it flows so well here, doesn't it?
It's a Yamaha thing. You've been behind them. You've followed them. You know what they do.
100%. 100%. Yeah, they don't. Let's say have the top speed, but what they lack in top speed, by God, they got it in turning and stopping. You know, they're able to really control the speed quite well. They don't lift the rear barely ever, and they're able to just. It turns. Once it starts turning, it doesn't stop.
And they can take the speed as they're turning.
And especially, you know, here with how flat it is and everything, with the wind, it can sort of blow you around. It seems to help them even more.
Let's have a look at these penalties then, just quickly. Colin's already said that the laps did get reinstated. At the time, you thought it was harsh, didn't you?
I thought, oh, that's a bit harsh. As I was coming in on the in lap, I thought, oh, that's a bit harsh.
And this is basically identical right here.
So exceeding track limits is what they did.
Yeah, see, is that a big boo? That's a big boo, isn't it? Yeah. That's what I thought.
But it was quite funny. Like I said, I just came from Safety Commission, and of course, won't name names, were in there complaining about them getting the laps reinstated. But like I said, and you'll see tomorrow, it'll be painted. We'll have a normal thing. I said it's unnatural to come out of a corner and hit the curb, and then it just stops like that, and you've got to pull it back in. It's unnatural. That doesn't go like that. The track flows that way.
Exactly.
You come out of the corner, it's the only relaxing spot you got, so you just want to go straight and let your arms relax for a little, and it'll be better tomorrow.
So they are going to paint that.
They'll extend the wide out a bit further.
That, actually, I can tell you that's where Neil is now. We said he was doing a lap of the track, but he's gone out with some Tipex.
Who was?
Neil.
Yeah?
Hodgie. Yeah.
Hodgie. Oh, well, I was wondering where he is.
Well, he'll be turning up later, don't you worry about that. But for
you
now...
have to watch him with that Sharpie. He'll be sniffing it or something.
Yeah, or worse, who knows. Let's take a short breather now. We're going to be back in a few minutes' time, and what we're going to do is we're going to torture Danilo Petrucci, who hasn't eaten anything since 2018, with a hot dog eating competition between Neil Hodgson and Colin Edwards. So coming up after the break, sausages.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello there.
How are you?
Very good. How are you? Good to see you up walking well.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Hello.
Really
Thank you.
nice to see you.
Thank you. You are driving the car?
No, I was one of the doctors that got out of the car.
Ah, okay.
I was at the top end talking to you in bad Spanish.
Ah, yeah? When we are in the ground?
In the gravel.
Ah,
In the
yes?
gravel.
Yeah. Very bad day, yeah? I don't remember
you
too
don't
much.
remember? Okay.
I don't remember helicopter or car. I don't remember
Or
nothing.
any of it.
No. Ah,
We were just glad to see you, because I watched the bike come in, and I was thinking as it came through, that's going to hit, and we couldn't get to you in time to get you out the way, because it all happened so quickly. And then when it actually hit you and threw you across, it's one of the scariest things I've ever seen. But you were there, you weren't unconscious, and it was, thank goodness for that, you know. So it was nice to see you. To be honest, it was nice to see you in pain, because it meant that you were feeling something.
You was there and you see?
Yes. It's one of the scariest things I've seen as a marshal, certainly.
Also for me.
You don't remember about it now, though, do you?
No, I remember the crash. I remember
the bike coming in.
No, I remember the crash and in the gravel, but I don't see the bike coming because I was in the floor like this.
On your hands
I see the floor.
Yeah.
Then everything super fast. I see rings that make it like this.
Yes.
And then wake, turn and bam. And
bang.
I listened the big impact.
Yes.
Physically, the recuperation was difficult, but mentally even more, no? Because our life is practice with a motorbike every day, then fly, then travel, then race. To be honest, was mentally, you get mad some days because you see the other guys racing, and you can do nothing, and pain, and you can make sport, you can make nothing, and well, just thank you very much. What I can say, thank you very much, because fantastic job, and saved my life. Thank you very much.
Here we go then, 22 laps, 73.5 miles. Jack Miller got an absolute flyer off the second row as well. Watch that Ducati blast forward. Here goes Quattararo. He has to wait until everyone goes by before the green light comes on for him, and the pace car sits in, the safety car sits in behind him. Turn one, everyone pushing and shoving already right in the middle there. That was Valentino Rossi, it looked like to me, that was up out of his seat as well on the 46. He's mired way back in this pack. What a way to start your day. All pushing and shoving. Ducati. Petrucci was getting stuck in with a KTM. Petrucci must have got a poor start as well.
Got a terrible start.
Hello, and you're very welcome back to part two of In Case You Missed It from Woodlands here at Silverstone, live on BT Sport ahead of the British Moto Grand Prix this weekend. So excited. Now it's time for a monster hot dog eating competition, which is happening somewhere over there. Can you see a Tyrannosaurus Rex right there? Yeah, that's not Gavin. That is actually a T-Rex. And Colin and Neil are there too.
No, honestly, we are down here for the hot dog eating competition with Colin and Neil. Yeah, we're putting them through their paces. This is Jay Webley. He's an expert in this. Have you got any tips for the guys?
Dunk it in the water, seriously.
Don't give him any tips.
No, seriously.
No, I know how to do this.
You're going to win at the moment. You're going to go dunking.
Colin.
Yeah, get it in there. This is uncouth, man. You just got to get straight in there.
Colin. Okay, cheers for that, Jay. Right, so...
In my deal, it said this year I was going to be on the stage, and why am I eating hot dogs again?
Unfortunately, Neil, it's not the case. You have got got to both eat 2 complete hot dogs with all the ketchup and the mustard. I know you're allergic to mustard, Neil, so that's going to be good, isn't it? No vomiting, nothing like that. We want it to go. Right, on the count of 3, I want a big cheer when we start, all right? 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, no! He's lost one. Colin's lost one. How's Archie going now? Oh, Colin's got an interesting technique. What's the technique? How are they doing? How's it looking, Jay?
Well, there's a bit of cheating going on with the ketchup and mustard swiping, but I'm reckoning at the moment, he's got his sausage in his hand, and I reckon he might take it if he's quick. But then, I don't know. I mean, there's a bit of slow chewing going on my part.
The weird thing is, you're eating with your mouth closed, though. Oh! Look at this. That looks gross. Colin's just sticking to the sausages. What about the buns they're coming after? Do you call these buns baps or barns over in Texas? No, none of those. Oh, he's trying a different technique. Hodgie, that's your 4th, isn't it? You're not going to wear that shirt tomorrow, have you? I mean, this is terrible. What's going on? Hartman. Has anyone got a Rennie? Anyone got a Rennie? We might be needing it. I'll tell you what, you're going to need these 2 buns. Neil's ahead here. Neil, you've got 30 seconds to get that down. Can you do it? Oh, my God, Colin. What's going on? Oh, here we go. Look at this. He's going to do it. Colin, what's going on? You're getting mustard everywhere. Colin hasn't even gone for a bun yet. He's still 1.5 sausages down.
I shouldn't have had that beer.
Do you want a drink? Do you want a beer or anything? Here he goes. Last mouthful going in. It's got... Are you just having a snack here, Colin, or something? This was a competition. I thought you were a winner. Our winner of the hot dog eating competition is Neil Hodgson. He's going for a 3rd.
Sausage-tastic. I did not expect that result. Did you have your money on Colin there, the Texan?
No, definitely had me money on Hodgie. I seen him eat a hot dog without even biting it. It's not his first time.
Moving on. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to one of our favourite riders in the paddock. The absolutely brilliant, joyous, dry sense of humour, but the winner of the Mugello Grand Prix this year. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ducati star, please welcome none other than Danilo Petrucci!
Why we are sitting in the opposite direction?
Well, because the cameras, because we have to also make a television programme.
We are on television.
Did you think it was just us chatting? Yeah.
I thought I was talking to them. No worries.
They can hear you, though. Don't worry about it. Do you miss him? Do you miss each other?
100%. How can I not miss that smiling face? Look at that. I don't know if he misses me.
And Jack, do you miss the pranks?
Yeah, a lot. I miss a lot. He puts some very good music during session, after the session, in the pit box. Yeah.
He can hear it though, because he's generally parked box next door to me, so I still sing and
just crank it up.
Can hear it.
Are you singing?
Yeah, I sing along, karaoke.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
I remember Valencia after party.
What was he singing?
It's in the box only. It's in the box only.
Right. Let's talk about one of the highlights of this season. No, it's not happening. The highlights of this season, presumably for you, certainly for us, was watching you win in Mugello. I mean, how was that
for you? Was unbelievable. Yeah. Yeah, I was...
Fantastic emotion.
Yeah, unbelievable. This time was unbelievable. If I remember so well, the moment I went out of the last corner, and they say now, like always, someone will pass me under the finish line. But then the finish line came closer and closer and closer, and this time I said I won, and was I still have to realize.
Really, it still hasn't sunk in for you?
No, the moment, the most cruel thing is that I don't remember nothing about the podium because then and I don't talk after the night after. I don't remember nothing.
What did your family think of that victory?
My family,
Yeah.
they were for sure very, very happy. I seriously was after 3 or 4 months for that night. I want to sleep at my home, at my parents' home. I want to. It's just 2 hours shot from Mugello, but I wanted to hug my mom. Was the first feeling I got.
See, that's why we love him. It was truly brilliant. And what about Silverstone this weekend? What do you think?
Silverstone, from this morning, I think is one of the most amazing track I have riding because without bumps, with a lot of grip. This morning, the first laps were unbelievable. More you go faster, more you enjoying. Was really good. Very, very exciting.
We saw the lap records being smashed today, and it's going to get hotter over the weekend each day, I believe. It's very different. You know, Jack and I were talking about this earlier, obviously, to 12 months ago when it was pouring with rain here last year. Never stopped all day. Didn't get a wheel turned, did we, on track? Had to fill for 5.5 hours. But Danilo was an absolute... Both of them were superstars, actually, for us. But Danilo made us laugh uncontrollably when he was talking about this area. I don't know if you remember this.
I book my summer holidays in Italy normally. Are you booking yours for the UK next year?
Yes. And the problem is that I have a holiday from tomorrow in Milton Keynes all the week, and I have even a pool, but I don't know what to do now.
So my question to you is, are you going on holiday in Milton Keynes because your pool will be looking good in the sunshine?
The weather now is much better than in Italy. In Italy is now 37, 38 degrees. Is terrible. Today was...
Don't say that. Never say that's terrible. Remember last year? Look at what you were wearing.
Yeah.
Did you see what was on your head?
You look like E.T. But listen, it's Milton Keynes this year, ladies and gentlemen, for Danilo Petrucci. Stay with us for a second. On Thursday, I caught up with British rider Cal Crutchlow. And we started our chat going back to Australia last year and that horrific crash.
Put it this way, I don't think I'd be any faster or any slower if I had a good ankle.
Right.
It's not affecting
the results.
It affects my life more than anything. You know, when I get up in the morning, honestly, to walk down the stairs or even walk them first steps, it was like being back when I first started to walk again at the start of the year, and that's how it's gone again. And then when I get going, I'm not too bad. But it's understanding what the problem is, trying to fix it and getting on with it. As a motorcycle racer, you want to race every weekend. You don't want to have time off unless you're Jorge Lorenzo. And, you know, I want to continue to race, but maybe at the end of the year I'll have to assess the situation to have the plates out and the pins out and then see.
You mentioned Jorge Lorenzo there. I want to ask you about him. Let's say that he parted ways with Honda at the end of this year. Would you want to take that factory ride, or are you happy where you are?
Well, first of all, if we're talking about Jorge, we have to remember he's a 5-time world champion.
Yep, we'll never forget that.
And he's a phenomenal talent in MotoGP, and you don't just lose it overnight. I don't see him leaving for a start.
Okay.
I don't see him being a quitter. I believe his mentality is that he can come back and fight with everybody and be fast, and I believe he can be.
Where do you see your future? Because I know you spend a lot of time in California, don't you?
Yeah.
Like that sort of lifestyle over there.
Well, I'll move with Lucy and Willow to California at the end of next year to live, retire, I don't know. You know, I want to take some time to be me, to be us, to be a family for a while. You're going to slow down at some point, and you're going to want to stop at some point. maybe that'll be next year, maybe it won't, I don't know.
It
but
sounds,
I mean,
I was just going to say, are you telling me that you think that next year will be your last year in racing? Because that's what you sound like you're saying.
well, yeah. You know, they asked me last year when I renewed my contract, extended for another year. How do I feel? And I said, I think it'll be my last contract. And I still think that now. I absolutely love my job more than anything in the world, but there's only so much you can do and so much you can give. And I feel that I've given my whole career 100%. Whether it's win, lose or draw, be in a hospital bed, I feel that I've given it. And if that's not enough, then so be it, but it's enough for me.
Cal Crutchlow there. The full version of that will be going out on BT Sport. We put it out today and we'll be putting bits over the weekend as well. Really interesting chat, actually. He said quite a lot of stuff. I was quite surprised when he was talking about the retiring thing, because it was like he was chatting to a mate and he was kind of saying, you know, I'm done at the end of next year. And he sort of went back a little bit at the end, but, you know, you guys all know Cal very well. What did you make of it?
Part of that interview that struck me is the amount of pain that he's actually in.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I mean, I knew he had the ankle injury, but he was talking about, I don't want to live in this much pain, so or go through life. He wants to fix it. So take the plates out, whatever that is, which I kind of forgot about it, honestly.
Because he got on the podium in Qatar. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think I know Cal quite well and understand how he's feeling, and nobody in this paddock trains as hard as he does. Nobody here puts his body through as much as he does. And, not only his ankles, his knees, everything. He's been cycling thousands and thousands of kilometres years after years, and the body has to say enough. And I think, like he said, if he has the right opportunity, I'm sure if he goes and wins 5 races next year, he won't be retiring. We know Cal. But, if all plays out and, he has a good year, but he's happy to call it quits, then I wouldn't put it past him.
He also talked about Jorge managing to actually get control of that Honda and be fast and be able to do well on it, like he did eventually with Ducati. What do you think? Do you think he'll be able to do that?
Yeah.
Do you want me to move on to another question, Danilo?
This is the politician coming out in him now.
It's a difficult one, though, isn't it? Because he's gone from Yamaha to Ducati and now to Honda. I mean, they're huge changes in bikes, aren't they?
Like Carl was saying, we are doing the one of the best job in the world. But to be really, really competitive is quite hard. To be always there, to be always on the limit year per year, and you just miss the 1% and you are not on the top. And I don't know certainly the situation about Jorge. He's a 5-time world champion, and we don't have to forget this. He's living for sure a bad moment, but I think he will come back.
Of course, we all want to see Jorge Lorenzo riding at the front, don't we? Coming back, fighting at the front. That is what we want. We're going to take a short break now. Thank you to both of you for your time, for coming here. Wish you all the best this weekend.
Thank you.
As
Thank
ever.
you very much.
Coming up, Jake Dixon will be here alongside Sam Lowes, and will be making their own World Championship of a different variety and throwing Neil Hodgson in the mix. See you in a minute.
Marc Marquez on pole, alongside him that young Frenchman, 20 years old. Will Fabio Quartararo do something? Will he make it onto the podium for the first time in his life? Not if he can't get past Marc Marquez, who gets a great start. The Ducatis look good. Oh, disaster for Tito. He's starting down in pit lane, he will. Cal Crutchlow round the outside. Come on, Cal. 35 runs for the outside line in front of his mate Jack Miller. Cal Crutchlow drops into second place. Cal Crutchlow absolutely monstered the start. Brilliant. So the Brit has come through to second place. Well, that's given us something to shout about. I don't know about the Italians.
Yeah, it was all about the jump. Cal got a great jump off the line, Keith, and it dragged that Honda power, dragged him up over that crest.
Tito leaves the pit lane, but to be honest, all eyes are back on the factory Ducatis, going for two tough men toughing it out at Sant'Anato, and through comes the Suzuki as Cal runs a little wide. Cal left the door open. That's what you were talking about a minute ago. Leave the door open, and somebody's going to be through it. It is Petrucci. Where did that come from? As soon as we looked away, Danilo Petrucci has pinched the lead. I wonder where he did it. I wonder how he did it. I know we'll see it. trouble is, if we go and look at that, we'll see somebody. Oh, that's a lunge. He's going to run it wide. Petrucci's going to cut back. Now we've got 2 Ducatis through, nearly 3. So it is now. Petrucci lead from Mark Marquez, who's just come back straight at Dovizioso. Jack Miller's right there.
Anything you can do.
Oh, here we go. Through comes Jack as well. Now it's 3 Ducatis at the front. The crowd are going mad. And Cal Crutchlow. You look at the one you want to look at. I'll look at the one I want to look at. It was Rins who went through, of course, but nearly Crutchlow as well. Brilliant stuff. Oh, Valentino Rossi in the dirt. The doctor is down in the dirt. Oh, Valentino Rossi putting in the fastest times. I thought they'd have blitzed that bike. Jack Miller slides out. Oh, the penalty doesn't fit the crime, does it?
So doesn't, Keith. It so doesn't.
Who's it going to be? Petrucci's still there. He's not far enough in front. Dobby's lining himself up for a pass here. This is where the lightweight Dovizioso might be able to pass his teammate down the front straight. He's perfectly placed as we come towards the line. Will Dovizioso go through? That's not a great camera, is it? Here comes round the outside, and then Marquez does it. 3 abreast, like I said. Marquez hits the front for the first time since early in this race. Now then, Ducati, what have you got? Oh, that's what you've got. That was very nearly Jerez. Petrucci, Danilo Petrucci is looking to win here in Mugello. It would be something marvellous, masterful, magnificent. Danilo Petrucci aiming for his first ever MotoGP win. Can Danilo Petrucci hang on?
The problem is, with Petrucci, he got passed over the line, so if he leads...
Welcome back to In Case You Missed It, live here from Woodlands campsite in Silverstone. The sun is beating down. It couldn't be a nicer Friday evening. And look at this lot. Aren't they beautiful? We've got stormtroopers, we've got ants, we've got all sorts of stuff going on here. We've also, ladies and gentlemen, got Jake Dixon and Sam Lawrence. I know it's a bit weird having you back to them, but I promise you they can hear you. They can hear you. Well, it's very lovely to see you both.
Oh, always, Susie, lovely to see you.
Looking very nice, I must say.
Look at... I'm just about to say, these are like the pin-up boys, aren't they?
I'll skip if Susie does.
Yeah, I'm old enough to be your mum. But let's not let that stop us, eh? OK, listen, what a weekend this is, the British Grand Prix, obviously home Grand Prix. Your first one here in the paddock, and it's been a kind of up and down season, as you expect on your first one, but will you be here again next year?
Oh, well, yeah, I'm hoping that I will be.
Yes, right?
Yeah, no, it's a matter of just sorting things out. Yeah, I've got, obviously, my team that... I've got a 2-year contract already, but it's just trying to sort out the last few bits that I sort of want to push on my side, so I'm just waiting on that. And also, we have a few more interests, so we've just got to see where we're going to end up.
Always good to have some options, and we know that Sam's also had some different options this year, and we've surmised that you'll be with a different team next year.
Yeah, I'm happy to say that I'll be back in Moto2 next year, the next couple of years, and that's a great feeling for me. And you know, this year's not quite gone as I expected, but the signs are there. You know, the speed's there at some tracks, and this weekend again today we've been strong. And I mean, I can't not be strong with all these people here, so I don't need to let everyone down.
Well, you know, Sam, we want to see a podium this weekend.
Honestly, I just said to someone before, definitely on it.
No.
I can fight to the podium this weekend for sure.
Your exact words were, I'm having it this weekend, I'm winning.
We'll take that, won't we? We'll take that. Now, is it true that once when you were challenged with a fitness test in a motorhome, you got up and did 100 straight press-ups and then had sore arms for the whole race?
Yeah, that was in Aragon with Neil Hodgson. But he's remembered it because he can't do it. So
yeah, but listen...
I forgot about it, but Neil remembers.
We haven't forgotten about it.
Look at these arms, mate. Look at them.
The guns, ladies. The guns are there. Which is a good thing, because we've set up a special little championship for the three of you. For you and Neil. You're taking on the old guy.
Oh, yeah. Wait, we don't mention that.
So, you know what Neil's like when he starts to get competitive? He starts to make his own clothes. Like, look at him there.
Look at that. Who's the daddy?
He bleaches his hair with really bad blonde highlights. He's ready for
Them
you.
implants are looking good, I tell you what.
I want you two to go down and show him who the daddy is.
Listen, these arms weren't built, well, from nothing. Look at them. Look at them.
They're like pipe
Them
cleaners.
puppies, look.
My
Right.
girlfriend's got bigger arms than that.
All right.
This is all coming up for you in a superstar style. But while the boys go down and join Mr. Hodgepodge, let's have a look at some outtakes from this year.
And I am joined by this very strange individual who never stands awkwardly close to you.
It's an easier conversation than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, we're not going to... You're right there, Colin.
Thank you.
Gav. What's your mate?
You thought
doing
we
here?
had 3 dinosaurs here.
Neil Mackenzie has joined us. Hello, Neil. Oh, look, a pro.
Bad start.
The key is to be precise. And then if you fast forward it on, get into the braking zone, he does what you'd expect.
Oh, you're really quick through there, wasn't it?
He was quick through there. Watch this.
Jack out checking the track temperature. No idea why he's doing it. He won't know why he's doing it.
And Bradley has his own special memories of this place in Le Mans. There he is, fresh-faced. Without
What happened?
What happened? What went wrong?
You can see, so here we go, got some flames coming out the back of the bike. I think the engine is a no-go.
Your Spanish has improved
It's getting
so
better,
much.
Hey, hang on. No, we've got a crasher at turn 1.
Oh, hang on a second, that's a Honda. No, it's not.
It says
Ducati on the back.
It
Yeah.
says Ducati.
Oh, you remember this one?
This is why your nickname is Terry T-Bone Steak.
I was waiting for the punch in the head there.
Are you ready?
Sorry, I was
Just mumbling to himself. But we all love this track, including... Sorry. Whatever.
Quartararo goes pole and a 32-0.
His airbag's gone off.
He just shook himself and it
Brilliant.
Tricky, strange track that we've got here this weekend at the Sachsenring, and 2 tricky and strange characters alongside me.
Welcome to round 10 of 19, a 3-week holiday, and look how refreshed we all are.
He's like,
How
I
you
can
doing?
see this giant.
He needs help. I'm going on. This is
It's not the only one that needs help.
Right, so as Suzi mentioned, up on the stage, we have brought Jake and Sam down to challenge Neil Hodgson. Now, Neil is always telling us, as Suzi mentioned there, that he could still cut it at the top level of Grand Prix race. You say it every single day of the week.
maybe.
Which way to the gun show was it?
Well, no. Listen, if this is a competition, I'm taking it serious. Hold that, Gav.
Go on, what's he got? I do not believe it.
I'm happy to see you spelt her name right this time.
Yeah. Wait a second. That's not the original, is it? You've made that special because you spelled your daughter's name right this time.
All you need to know is it's extra small.
Right, OK, what we've got for you, lads, you've each got the adjudicator at the back. We've got Josh, Lucy and Mel there. I want you to take positions in front of them. We're going to give you a minute. A minute, yeah, Jake, I'm sorry to say, it's a minute. I'll hold that for you, Neil. Right, no cheating. We want you to be harsh on them, adjudicators. We want, in that minute, for you to, not boxing just yet, OK? We want to see who could do the most press-ups. Let's have a big cheer for them as we give you countdown. Assume the position. Right, ready, no cheating. In 3, 2, 1, go. Are you struggling yet?
452, 453.
Feel the burn, Neil. I'm not sure he's going to be the daddy. How are you going, Jake? Wait, this is going to turn into wrestling if we're not careful. He's still going. Look over here, though. He's still going. Look at it. 20 seconds. How you feeling, Sam? Good. He's good. push-up. Sam's not even broken a sweat, Jake. What's going on?
My arms are so little, they don't cope with it.
All right, here we go. Let's count them down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you're done. Right. Okay. Take the microphone. How are you feeling? Can you hold that now? Are you sure?
So that's the warm-up done. When does the competition start?
Right, that is the warm-up. Right, OK, we're going to find out from the adjudicators what you did and how much cheating there was as well. Josh, how many did Neil do?
84.
84? And they're all legal?
They were all legal, 84 legal.
84 from Neil Hodgson. Look at this from Sam. Right, Lucy, what about Jake there? I mean, I actually didn't see him spend much of the time in the position.
63.
Oh, well. 63?
Oh, well, you know.
Where'd they come from? How much did you give her? How much for Sam?
79.
79? Wait a second. He is the daddy. I do not believe this. Right, come here. Right, we've got one more. Right, come on, Sam.
I did 3 with one hand, so that's double or not?
Still got it.
Yeah, right. That count. They count double. 3 with one hand. So that makes another 6. That's 85 for Sam.
No. But the size of their arms to mine, so I get at least another 20 or 30 push-ups on top of that.
Look, you've been a superbike rider. I ride kids' bikes, so I should have a small sound.
Right, honestly, Neil, can you believe that you've actually done the business there?
I mean, I've not been practicing, honestly. You know, OK, I knew about this 6 months ago. All I've done, honestly, my girlfriend's going to be so pleased the press-ups have stopped in the house now. But a win's a win! Yes! A bit of fun.
We are going to have to put up with this for the rest of the British Grand Prix weekend. I am so sorry to see this. Anyway, it looks like he's the winner. We're never going to live this down. I don't believe it.
We're trying our own competition here on the stage. We've managed about 3. We can't believe Neil's won. We'll take a short break now. When we come back, we'll be sending the boys into hyperspace. 3 more, come on.
Marquez on pole. Can he take a win? His first win here at the Red Bull Ring. We wait for the lights to come on. This is the My World Motorcycle Grand Prix of Austria, and it's go. Oh, good start from Marquez. He got that one absolutely flying off the line. The Ducati's going to come to challenge. And look at Crutchlow going backwards through the field as well. Did he get a good start there? Did he go? Oh, hang on a minute. There's a Pramac bike that's right out in the red stuff. Right for your prediction. All out there trying to get the power on as quick as they can onto this straight. They want a big wide line. Oh, that's tight indeed. Down to turn 3 then. The Ducati looking to try and... Oh, he took him out wide. Oh, that almost looked close to back. Don't go there, Hewitt. We're on to the back straight then as we head down then. It's Quartararo's taking advantage. Feet on the footrest for Marquez. He's been rattled. Miller's gone through. Rins has gone through. Marquez is now 4th. The Ducati of Dovizioso is back in 5th place and he forces his way under him again. Come on, Dobby. This is a fight. Marquez is in a battle here. And also there's a Yamaha got underneath him as well. I think that was Barry Vinales that's gone by on the number. Oh, no, he's not. He's gone back again. Rossi's come to play as well on the 46. Wow, this is like Moto 3. Oh, Miller's gone down and through has gone Marquez. Miller goes out, Marquez goes through. So then, now as we start another lap, look at the Ducati. He got good drive off that last corner, didn't he? He's gone to the inside again. It's a Dobby Marquez duel again. How many times have we seen these two at it?
And Dobby's doing exactly what he knows he has to do, is letting the brake off his...
Oh, look at this. Well, that's where Alex Marquez had a bit of a coming together earlier with Remy Gardner. Now it's Marc Marquez, the senior, having a go with Dobby. Marquez is on the inside, he'll be perfect just there. Is he wide? No, pulls it down to it. Now then, big squirt. Fabio Quartararo's still there, Valentino Rossi's still there on the factory Yamaha in 4th place now that Miller's exited stage left. All eyes are stuck to these two, and quite rightly too. This is about the championship. These two have done it before, they've fought together before, and they're going to be doing it again.
Is he going to have a go here? Because it's close,
9 laps to go, 9 laps to go, and he makes the pass. Now then, that's early for me.
Yeah.
With 9 laps to go, has Dovizioso got something up his sleeve? Up the inside, over the hill. Who's it going to be in the braking area? It's going to be the Ducati. Can he pull it down to the apex? He can't. He runs it out wide. That brings Marquez back into play. So now the fight is gone. Look at the way that thing's draining up at the back for Marc Marquez. He's going to be feeling that. 2 laps to go then.
It is on.
Marc Marquez leads over the line, but it's Dovizioso into the braking area. He lets him off. Will he call it at the apex? No, he can't. Marc Marquez dives back underneath it, gets on the...
Welcome back to the final part of In Case You Missed It. I am not speaking to these two. They have let us down so badly. We're never going to hear the end of that. There's one of our team that you haven't met. Ladies and gentlemen, you may be wondering where he is. Yes, you are. He's here. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Michael Laverty. Oh, Michael. M-Lav, as we know you.
Just been hanging out the back, enjoying the show.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, it's been good.
Nice
I wondered what you
on.
said then.
Steady on, Dixon. Steady on. You've had already a good day of it, haven't you? Really. I don't know whether you guys were watching any of our coverage today, but Cal Crutchlow had a little bit of a pop at M-Lab. Let's just relive this, shall we?
It is still really bumpy. There's no doubt about that. I don't. You know, this is the problem when people like Michael Laverty come and test it on a Triumph. They tell you it's really flat, but turn one is really, really bad.
What planet is Cal on sometimes? It was not bumpy. Well, I'm definitely not feeling any bumps anyway.
Tell you what, there's no pleasing some people, is there? But, yeah, you guys backed me up. Danilo and Jack.
Track was definitely better than what it was before, a lot better, yeah.
I think Cal was the only one that sort of was talking about the bumps, really, but in jest, of course,
Yeah,
completely.
for sure.
But tell us about it then, because you were the first one to go out there and test the track. Then you were impressed.
Yeah, they've done such a good job. We turned up here a few weeks ago, and there was a couple of bumps in the Brooklands, and since then they've dug it up, relaid brand new asphalt there. So the track now, for me, Jack has said it is the gold standard. It's the one that we need to reference.
You and half look good in this. I tell you what.
High five or low sixes?
Do you want me to come through and go through the data with you tonight?
Yeah,
I'll talk you through my lappings.
Go through the squiggy bits.
He's a bit hot in today. Look.
Yeah, you can see that.
Oh.
Something that Jake was saying earlier was that the track is so good that it should be the standard for all of the tracks that you go to. Do you agree with that from what you've experienced today?
Honestly, the track's great. There's absolutely no problem with the track. It's nice. Other tracks are also resurfaced well. I think some people are making too much up. The track's mint. The track today was fantastic. Lap records broken in every FP1, I think, and also the track's mint.
Yeah. Good. Well done, Silverstone, then. From what you saw today, who did you feel as though had something in the bank for the weekend?
It was interesting watching across the board. Yeah, we're talking. I was impressed with you, Jake. Fair play, that was the best day of the season for you, but local track coming home, so nice to see it.
All right.
And Sam as well.
All right.
Top 5 for Sam. Good start for the days. All the Brits were good. Cal was up there. But it was so nice to see the Yamahas back in the mix. Valentino Rossi showing a bit of something today that we need to see. We want to see it. Fabio Quartararo as well. So I think something from the Yamahas and Suzukis this weekend. We've got a lot to shout about because we know the Hondas and Ducatis are fast. We just need those inline fours in the mix.
Emma, what do you reckon to the laps being cancelled and put back in? What's your...
Yeah, it was too much, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was the cut-off point there. It was too close.
Yeah, too sharp.
Too sharp. So
what's this all about?
And also, Quattro, they didn't make the lap time for this reason, did they?
It's good to know that Jake's got his finger on the pulse. This is Valentino's, and Fabio's laps have got taken off.
Generally, who was fastest? This
Fabio was fastest in the last session.
Quattararo, that's his name.
Yeah. I thought you was fastest for some reason in MotoGP.
While this continues,
I'm
which you probably
Sam.
will rumble on for quite a long
yeah.
time. This is the future. This is what happens, as you know, on BT Sport. They just carry on arguing. Let's go down to Gav now and find out what he's up to.
In honour of it being 50 years since the moon landings here in 2019, we've decided that we're going to send our 2 former World Superbike champions into space. Yeah, why not? Obviously, all the astronauts in space had to deal with zero gravity, so we're going to give you a bit of a challenge as well. We're going to hand you each a pack of popcorn, and whoever ends up at the end of this, stop eating it. You need as much popcorn in that bag as possible at the end. I'll have some of that, please. Before then we will know who is going to be the winner of our final challenge. You've won 2 before now. Neil, how are you feeling again? We did this last year. How's that hot dog competition feeling now?
Hot dog competition, press-up competition. Yeah, the odds are, I'm saying it's 50-50, I'm going to be sick.
That's fair enough. Colin, what about yourself? Because I reckon you still have that hot dog somewhere down here.
He's hardcore. Seriously, hot dogs, press ups. I was done with the hot dogs.
Right, we're going to have to get down. Let's get them up there and get ready to send Neil Hodgson and Colin Edwards into space here at the Woodlands campsite. I had to do this last year, and I tell you what, it's not that much fun. Watch them. Here they go.
No, not good. So what, the most popcorn? Is that the key?
As much popcorn in there as possible, fellas.
Yeah.
Don't be chucking it out.
Hey, do we get a 3, 2, 1 or what? Oh, crap. Oh. Why does it gotta go upside down? Okay.
Yeah, rather them than me. I don't think Colin's popcorn lasted very long.
I'm glad the contents of his stomach, those hot dogs, still lasted, because I was expecting them to come spewing out.
That looks like how most of my qualifying laps end up.
Let's have a little replay of that, shall we, and just see what happened again. Here they go. It was Colin. He couldn't even hang on to his bag of popcorn.
Gav's arm nearly got ripped off then.
Good stuff. Sending them up there. I think Neil's going to be feeling a little bit queasy later on, as he was indeed last year. Let's have a chat then quite quickly about what's going to happen this weekend. Prediction from you for MotoGP.
That's the tough one to call, which I really like that situation. We've been saying all too often lately that it's a Marc Marquez kind of surefire win, but I think he's going to have a fight with the Ducatis, with the Yamahas, also with Rins. Moto2 is really difficult to call. Can you be in the mix?
Yeah.
I like to hear that confidence. Go on, Sam.
Exactly. We've got plenty of sport for you on BT Sport. Some boxing to tell you about first. It's the WBO Light Heavyweight World Championship. That's Sergei Kovalev versus Anthony Yard, our very own Anthony Yard from London. That's taking place in Russia. That's at 5 o'clock tomorrow. And then, of course, you've got all of our stuff coming up. So tomorrow morning, free practice 3 from 8:55. Qualifying from midday. And then on Sunday, race day starts at 8:45. Got your warm-ups before then. And you've got checkered flag at 3:30. Don't forget the Moto2 race is the other way round. So you're basically the highlight of the weekend. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, that's good. A bit of pressure. Hopefully we can deliver a race where we're at the front, and it is the highlight of the weekend.
Well, yeah, it will be. Will this be a great weekend for you in terms of fans? Everybody knows you here, so it must be quite comfortable. It's a track you know as well, isn't it?
It almost feels like I'm back at BSB again, because it's obviously the fans are great, and it's just good to have them to get behind you. And yeah, I don't understand my team, but at least I understand you lot.
Michael, what are you expecting? We were expecting a really big crowd after Austria. We know that ticket sales rocketed and went through the roof. It was such a great race last time out in Austria. So we're going to have a great fan base. The sun is going to be shining.
Yeah, the atmosphere's been building all through yesterday. The crowd's been fantastic today. The ticket sales are up. The sun's going to shine. I think we're going to be in for a huge treat here on Sunday. I can't wait for it.
Yeah, I can't wait for it either. And a winner from you for MotoGP, if you don't mind.
For the MotoGP? Yeah. Rossi.
I'm going to go with Dovi.
Okay. Well, I think either one of those would be extremely popular. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you to our wonderful crowd today. You are all beautiful and awesome. We will see you for all of our coverage here for the British Grand Prix live from Silverstone. Thanks for watching.